he was talking about how he's comfortable with them having to have maybe a lot of responsibility while Jaden's learning,
Right.
while you're trying to get things smoothed out on offense.
Right.
How do you look at that just in terms of, hey, if they carry us for a little while, well, we come along. Maybe that's just the way it needs to be with a freshman quarterback.
Yeah, it's a team sport, and I know with the way college football's going and all that, people like to separate offense, defense, special teams. It's a team sport, and they did a phenomenal job. I'm so glad our kicker did what a great job he did coming in. What did he make? Four? That was unbelievable. And the defense did a great job. And, offensively, we just shot ourselves in the foot. It was, and I told the quarterbacks, I've been doing this for 30 years. I've never seen anything like that. But we got to get it fixed. We were always just one guy away from doing something right. And, and when teams go man coverage, all right, they're going to stack the box and they go man coverage, your margin for error is very small. And when you don't execute at a high level and you drop a couple balls, then it just started deflating from there. And we just got to do a better job of stopping the bleeding when that happens. That's going to happen in sports, but you can't let it, just start snowballing downhill. And so that's what I say. I haven't got a chance to see the film because I'm as anxious as you guys are, to watch the run game and why, what happened there. Because I thought we had some favorable looks to run the football into, and it just didn't happen. And we have to. One of the things that we have to do is we got to find out what this team can do good, like this collection of players. And our offense isn't last year's offense, and so we can't say, well, going into a game, we'll be able to do this. Well, we're finding out there are some things we can't do. And we're finding those out, and now we have to adjust as coaches and players, and then we just have to execute at a high level when guys are going to load the box, blitz us, and go cover one. You got to execute.
I mean, you're probably a believer that the most improvement does take place from week 1 to week 2, but do you feel that wasn't the case tonight?
It's so hard. Like I said, it's so hard, man, until I watch the film. And trust me, guys, I'll sit with you as long as you guys want to on when do I meet with you guys again? Monday after I watch this film, and I'll get a better indication of where we're at, what's going on, how we can, fix some stuff. We lost 2 linemen in the middle of the game. I mean, that kind of hurt us a little bit, and, so once I watch the film, I'll be able to answer more detailed questions.
So did Jarrett go out with an injury, or was that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he went out, and so he didn't come back.
You mentioned kind of what happened tonight was one of the more shocking things you've seen in 35 years. What specifically?
30.
What specifically were kind of the things that really stood out in that aspect?
We had a wide open running back out, and we dropped a pass, and that's going to happen. Everybody's going to drop a pass here. But then on the next play, got the call, good play, boom, and then we fumble it going into the end zone, right? So then we come back out, and we drop a 3rd down. And then we came back out, and we finally started getting some things rolling. Boom, boom, boom. We hit Frank, touchdown. I didn't even see the play. I still don't know what happened. I just heard that Brandon Ayuk hit a guy. So I got to go look at that and why, and we got to fix that. So that was a touchdown that got called back. Every time that we went down there and we made a big play and got inside the 10-yard line, we'd lose 2 yards on 1st down trying to run the football, which is just that can't happen. And we got to fix that. I mean, we got to find out what we're good at, what we can do, and then make sure we do that down there. Because if we score touchdowns in those situations, it's a completely different mood and a totally different situation.
You thought those were advantageous looks to run into, though? I mean, I think you said
there was several things that, right before the ball was snapped, I was like, wow, this ought to just really puncture, and then it didn't. So, like I said, I got to watch. I'm not saying the whole game, obviously, but there was just several times I just looked and was like, oh, man, this is going to pop, and then, we'd get 2 yards. So we just got to see what's going on there.
How much do you think is RPO reads and just maybe not
Yeah, we had several RPOs on tonight, and we didn't throw them. And you know, and I got, like I said, got to watch the film. But you know, Jaden, you know, he struggled a little bit. But you know, that's on me. I'm his coach, so he'll get better every week.
Did you feel more comfortable tonight opening up different parts of the playbook, or would you still?
Yeah, I did. I felt really good, you know, and like I said, you know, we did some empty, we hit some stuff. We just had a lot of miscues. It just individuals at certain times that just would kill drives. And like I said, your margin for error, especially when you got, you know, what we're dealing with, and we can't do that. We have to execute at an extremely high level. And then we got to go find out who are we, you know. You know, are we going to be able to run the football like we have in the past here? You know, that's what I want to do, but we may not be able to do that as much as we have in the past, and we'll have to adjust. We'll have to find other ways to get first downs and move the football and use people. And if we have to move some guys around, we'll do that.
Is that what this week is going to be about for you, finding out what this team is good at going into Michigan State?
Yeah, and you know what? Once we watch the film, I'll get a pretty good idea of what happened up front, and then, you know, in the run game particularly. The pass game, I know exactly what happened. We didn't execute at a high level all the time. At times we did. 2 great catches, Frank Darby. That was a great catch by Brandon Ayuk. Great, you know, a couple great plays there. The one, Benjamin, you know, worked the shallow cross, popped him open there. Worked on that all week. That was great. We even hit your play one time. Thought that was going to be gone. But, man, we just shot ourselves in the foot in the pass game, and then I got to watch the film for the run game.
How concerned are you, Rob, just that it's through two games and you're still trying to figure some of this stuff out?
No, not because every year it's the same thing on offense. Especially when we have a lot of new guys and we're putting people places, we're trying to figure out what we do really, really good. And the only way you do that, it's hard to find that out in practice sometimes when you're going against a scout team. It's really hard. But so you find out in games, under duress, under good competition, under guys trying to, you know, fire off the ball in packed boxes and stuff like that. And so we'll figure it out. I'm certainly not panicking.
Is Jarrett serious or just?
No, I don't think it's serious, but he couldn't continue.
And Miller came back in, then
Yeah, he's a little banged up. Yeah, he came back in, then went back out.
went back out.
Yeah.
You know, this sort of instability in the line, which you didn't necessarily think you were going to have.
Right.
Plus the quarterback, that combination, how hard is that to pull that together?
You watched it.
Exactly, yeah.
And that, hey, guys, you know, I'm kind of excited about coming into work this week and figuring it out. Like, because you can do, one thing about offense is you can formation, you can motion, you can do things, you can adjust, you can get people motion and get guys open and stuff like that. And if that's the type of team that we're going to have to be, then, man, let's go do it. So I'm looking forward to getting back in the laboratory and figuring this thing out.
Just kind of building off that, the seniors
Yes.
Up front, it seems like in the first 2 games they haven't played to their capability. Is there anything about like what you're seeing from those guys that is?
I'd like to, you know, it's a fair question, and I just gotta, I don't want to say anything without watching the film. It's because my eyes as a coordinator, I'm always in the secondary, and so I'll look at the front 7 as an initial, okay, boom, but then I'm watching rotation, corners, how are they playing, waiting, you know, trying to set up a pass, thinking about throwing the ball downfield and what we're going to do. So it's hard for me to, you know, to comment on how they played until I watch the film.
Coach, it looked like just mistakes out there. How do you eliminate that from week to week?
Yeah, I was just telling them, you know, when we get man coverage, you know, it's feast or famine, you know, for the defense. It's, you know, you got to get guys open. They're going to be on the run. If they catch it, they're going to run for a while. And if you have fast guys, they're going to outrun their guys. If you have slow guys, they're going to get caught from behind. The margin for error against man coverage, blitz, and all that stuff is not very big. So you have to execute at a high level. But one thing I do like about that is you saw Eno's last touchdown. You know, you start, okay, let's do this. You free a guy up, and he's gone. And so we just got to get to that. We got to find those free guys. We got to catch the ball when we're supposed to catch the ball. And, you know, that's really it. It was just miscues.